Hello laddie, welcome to Clash at the Castle. That's the worst Scottish impression I have ever done. Welcome to part 1 of 3 of WWE 2K25 Universe Mode Clash at the Castle. As you hear the beautiful sound of Broken Dreams in the background, Drew McIntyre is living a dream. He's main eventing tonight as the World Heavyweight Champion, selected by Adam Pearce, of course, for Monday Night Raw. But Adam Pearce has a mystery opponent for Drew McIntyre, who will be here in Glasgow, Scotland. And also in this episode we've got Jade Cargill taking on Lola Vice. She has not got over that defeat in the Underground match. Who will win? It's an ambulance match. And of course we're going to decide the best wrestler in the world in a 2 out of 3 falls match to kick us off here in Scotland. The Scottish people have been nothing but what's the word? Where they have good hospitality, that's what they've been, and we're kicking things off. They don't want no one. Stick it to the floor. I don't know the words, but if you've watched any previous Universe modes, you know that I actually don't hate this song, like a lot of people. I don't prefer it to Phenomenal, but I don't actually hate it. As AJ Styles here, 1 victory apiece, I believe, with him and Will Ospreay. 2 out of 3 falls here in Glasgow. The rules are simple, folks. You need the first of 2 falls wins the match. We have that coveted certificate that was previously held by Max Caster of AEW. We've got rid of him, binned him off. We paid him out, and we've got the certificate where the best wrestler in the world will be crowned tonight. The actual best wrestler. And this match actually features 2 of the best wrestlers in the world. The Styles awaits William Ospreay of Essex, England. Very close to a home game from Ospreay. Very close. Of course, from Essex, England, it's very far south of Scotland, the other side of the United Kingdom. But he's here tonight and he'll feel like it's a home game. Can Ospreay see off the phenomenal one in this 2 out of 3 falls match? So much more action to come in parts 2 and 3, folks. We've got Jacob Fatu versus Sethington Rollins. That's no disqualification. We've also got the vacant United States Women's and Men's Championship to be decided. LA Knight takes on All Ego Ethan Page. Liv Morgan will take on Lyra for the Intercontinental, and we'll find out the WWE Women's United States Champion, I believe, on SmackDown next week. So a bit of mixed signals there. I got confused, it happens. But Lyra Valkyria, attacked by Liv Morgan, will defend the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship here tonight. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Alexa Bliss in a Firefly Funhouse version of the Hell in a Cell. These 2 women been at it for weeks. Who will walk out of Clash at the Castle with the victory? And much more to come, folks. And of course, freshly announced as we watch this match by me right now, Money in the Bank in 2 weeks Universe Mode time. That's going to be from the Scotiabank Arena in Canada. Of course, Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce have been in the final boss has basically said to me to tell you guys that Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis must select 3 men and 3 women to compete in that Money in the Bank ladder match. It's brand warfare, and we'll also determine some other matches here on Raw and SmackDown in the coming weeks. So one thing that I used to like about the Elimination Chamber, and a kick there from Ospreay, is how instead of having like qualifying matches, instead of that, WWE used to just get the general manager to select the best 3 talent, trying to like incorporate a little bit of the old booking in here as well, just for everybody, Instead of wasting times on qualifying matches where we could be building beautiful rivalries, we can just pick the best 3 performing superstars. The win-loss record is easy to read, right? So Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis got that responsibility as we turn our focus to this match. Of course, what's on the line for this match? Well, the best wrestler in the world, collar and elbow type. Osprey started fast and overpowering AJ Styles. AJ, of course, late 40s now, twilight of his career. Well, the sunset is almost down. But European uppercut there from William. And a nice torture rack move here. It's going to be into a sit-down powerbomb. Hook to the leg. Nope. So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, 2 out of 3 falls. Nice arm drag from Styles. These two had a clinic on the premiere episode of Raw. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It was an amazing episode. And WWE University episode 5 is coming to you, I believe. So we got a Ruthless Aggression episode to record. I've got to do that. But something's going wrong with the Elgato game software. So I'm really struggling to get that done because it keeps freezing. I've updated it and everything. I don't know what's going on there. Luckily I do this on PC. University episode 5 is focusing on community creations and how to incorporate them into your universe mode. Also a lot of sources of where I get my cores from, both on next gen and on current gen. Of course, this universe mode is run on PC. I like to run it on PC for the quality. It's quality over quantity, right? That's the old saying, as these two trading blows. And as I was saying, had an absolute classic match on Raw. Will Ospreay, one of the very few AEW talents that this universe mode has scouted. Of course, with the loss of NXT, we're going to see many, many more superstars on Raw and SmackDown, all your favourites. And look at this. Look at this. It's like KO versus Sami Zayn at NXT TakeOver. Brutal fist, but Ospreay will think he can win this. Of course, youth's on his side, almost 20 years younger than AJ Styles. Yeah, believe that. Believe that. If you're going to believe anything, believe that. I think he's 16 years his senior. So that's a whole wrestling career difference. Of course, AJ Styles, I believe, debuted in 2001 when Will Ospreay will have been... how old will Will Ospreay have been? He's 31 now, maybe 32. So you do the maths. That's 4... How many years is that? Jack does maths. 24 years. So Will Ospreay will have been a young whippersnapper in secondary school. Well, AJ Styles was debuting on TNA Impact, and he actually had a dark match on Velocity, I believe, in 2001. Try out for WWE, but did fail. Nice springboard moonsault there from Ospreay. And Jack just drops the facts. You'll always learn something here. That's one of the wonderful things. Even if it's not true, you'll learn something that you might believe to be true for a second. But no, that is factual. The Will Ospreay, the age difference. And they're going to trade blows again. It's been back and forth this match. Who can pick up the victory? The first fall is so crucial, because I feel like the dominoes begin to fall. And of course, up next, we've got Lola Vice versus Jade Cargill. And the PLE formats is going to be full matches. AJ working up ahead of steam here, clothesline. The PLE are the only episodes that are full matches. I'm going to try get every single episode down to 30 minutes or less, which is why I'm doing the PLE in parts. So apologies if the university guides are a little bit delayed. Well, they're not really going to be delayed. It's just I'll upload these one day after the other. And is that a pin? That's a pin for Ospreay, as we're yapping away. 1-0 Ospreay. All he has to do is probably hit him with a finisher, and it might be 2-0. Now Ospreay oh shit. Styles clash, rubbing salt in the wound, hook of the leg. Will Ospreay be the greatest wrestler in... Wow. I didn't expect it to end that quick. But age really is a teller, right? Ospreay, you saw him here with that beautiful springboard kick. The cheeky Nando's kick, as he calls it. That was very... I don't want to say anticlimactic, but I just expected more from AJ Styles. Of course, Adam Pearce will be looking at this match, and with Money in the Bank coming up. Of course, we've got Drew McIntyre defending his WWE World Heavyweight Championship tonight. Of course, who will he be facing? But Ospreay and... there's a hidden blade there on Styles. Ospreay and AJ will potentially be entering the Money in the Bank. I don't know who Adam Pearce is going to select, honestly, folks. I don't know. He'll select 3 people. But this has to be a huge push for Will Ospreay. That's 2 victories over AJ Styles, who is a former WWE champion, multiple-time WWE champion. Where's the line? When do we start considering Will Ospreay seriously? Because he's been so impressive. And if you haven't watched the AEW Universe mode in the past, you'll know that he did struggle. And just to let you guys know, a storm is coming. It's ambulance match. Now, the story of this match is very, very simple. We don't do Hunter Hearst Helmsley booking here, folks. It's, well, I'm not saying it's horrendous, but the story's simple. There is a story. There's a heel and a face. Okay. So Lola Vice is our heel. Jade Cargill is our face. And Jade has left her outfit at ringside that she's going to put on, she said. And the story goes all the way back to the very first episode of SmackDown. Jade Cargill in a sort of non-worried about match against Lola Vice in an underground match. It was just kind of a Jade expected to win match, and Lola beat her up. And ever since then, Jade cannot move past that and not go towards any title picture or anything, or move on in general, until she settled the score and got that victory over Lola Vice. Of course, she's beat Roxanne Perez, but she said that's not enough. She wants to avenge her loss. She's got a chance here tonight. And as the match stipulation says, one of these will be leaving in an ambulance. It's just who it will be. Will it be Jade? Will it be Lola? We're about to find out very shortly, folks. As Jade makes her way to the ring, she's going to change into the outfit that she's prepared. It's under the ring. So you're going to see in 3, 2, 1 her transform. There you go. She's got the blood outfit on. She means business. And here comes Lola Vice. So this match, of course, accustomed to Friday night SmackDown. So we've had the first match was from Raw. This is a SmackDown match. And of course, this rivalry will be finished here tonight. Jade promised if she could not beat Lola Vice, that it's finished either way. Lola after a second victory over Jade Cargill. The only woman who's actually beat Jade Cargill, of course, on 2K25 at Saturday night's main event. Jade Cargill did actually win a very impressive match against Rhea Ripley. But that's past news. Rhea, of course, been given by Adam Pearce over on Raw, the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. We heard from her on Raw. Monday Night Mammy, she called it. Mammy's always on top. Of course, the reason he gave Rhea that World Heavyweight Championship was because she won the Elimination Chamber back in 2K24 in Perth. Same reason as Drew McIntyre, but he won the Rumble. Here are the rules of the ambulance match. There are no pinfalls and submissions, disqualifications, or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent into the ambulance by any means necessary. After closing the doors, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner. One of the things about ambulance matches is you have to consider how brutal they actually are, because to get somebody in a position whereby they can't move out the ambulance, that's a pretty serious deal. So I believe one of these women is going to leave in worse condition than, well, both of these women are going to leave in a worse condition than what they came in. One of them might not come back at all. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully both women, despite the fact that one of them is going to get stuffed into the ambulance and probably will be catered straight to hospital, will both be active members of the roster. But of course, for Jade, if she wins this, what's next for Jade? What's next for Lola if she wins this? Huge stipulation. Of course, WWE Women's Champion Bianca Belair is looking for opponents. Of course, Clash at the Castle, Money in the Bank, pay-per-views, premium live events. Sorry, guys. That set up the rest of the universe mode. We've removed NXT, so that's not a problem. So we have Money in the Bank then, I believe we have, is it SummerSlam or is there a PLE before that? Might be Bash in Berlin. I'm not too certain. I'm not too sure. But anyways, don't worry about that. We've got Money in the Bank coming up very shortly after this. We've got Judgment Day in the Ruthless Aggression Era mode. Universe mode. I just do want to mention that will be our next premium live event, but that they call pay-per-views. Of course, we've got Carlito versus Umaga, the Intercontinental Champion, versus Nature Boy Ric Flair. Shawn Michaels takes on Jonathan Cena. That's going to be an interesting one. We've also got Batista versus Curtis Angle, the Wrestling Machine. MVP Matt Hardy. We've got the women's division being introduced. There's a lot to come, folks, on the Ruthless Aggression Era. Make sure you subscribe. Go check out that playlist. It's one episode a week, potentially a very shorter calendar compared to this one, which is more in the sort of realms of it will last till 2K26. So will Ruthless Aggression, but it'll just be a little bit shorter. As these two women are going head to head, a shovel. We saw that in the Gunther Cody Rhodes Saturday night's main event casket match, whereby Gunther had a loophole in his contract that he signed. Of course, his solicitor's doing a great job there. Cody Rhodes burying Gunther in the casket to make him leave the WWE, so he thought, but it was just to leave SmackDown. So Gunther's just gone over Adam Pearce to see the opportunity and just signed him. What a genius. And a big boot. Of course, we've seen Gunther pick up some impressive victories after that nightmare on 2K24 that he had, beating Seth Rollins. Maybe not the way that Seth's been a bit mistreated. Of course, losing to Carmelo Hayes as well on Monday Night Raw because of Jacob Fatu. That's why Rollins wants to go head-to-head with him here tonight. It's a no disqualification match. And of course, things will be decided. Of course, we had that hellacious Intercontinental Championship match on Monday Night Raw. Sheamus tried to become a Grand Slam champion, came up a little bit short. Bron Breakker still your IC champion. But we know that his aspirations are to go to world level. Him and Ilya, who is soon to return after abstaining an injury against Sami Zayn at Saturday night's main event. I haven't designed any fancy promo package, but Ilya will be back on Raw very shortly, folks. Don't worry. We've not heard from Bronson Reed after his loss to Cody Rhodes inside the steel cage before Cody got drafted to SmackDown. Of course, Cody and Bronson are a feud since the beginning of this channel. Bronson always getting the better, and now Jade getting chopped. And I feel like as a commentator I'm tangenting too much. So we'll focus on the action, folks. I've said everything I need to say. So 2 weeks from the day, I don't know if it'll be in real life. I don't know how it'll work. It might be 3 weeks in real life, but we have Money in the Bank live from the Scotiabank Arena. Next up, we have WWF. How old am I going? WWE Judgment Day in the 2007 era. We have some episodes of Raw and SmackDown before them, so make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell to check them out. I love the roofs of the 2007. I'm going to be really annoyed if the Elgato software just doesn't work, because I'll have to axe it, which is I really don't want to do. I can't have too many calls on console, on PC, because I've got all my attires. But I'm praying that the next time I record that it just works. As the ambulance door is open here, it's left adjacent. Can Lola Vice put Jade Cargill out of her misery and into the ambulance? And Lola, like a torpedo, and her arms, the arm smashed against the mat outside. Very excited to see what comes out of this match. Oh, we're going to see Jade Storm Zero. That's what I'm going to call it. And Jade now, surely that's enough. I know we've been yapping. We don't really know what's been going on in the action. I've actually been paying a keen eye, and I'm sure you guys have. Jade has absolutely battered Lola Vice for the last 5 minutes. Oh, and a kick. Reverse the MMA kick there from Cargill, and into the barricade goes Lola Vice. Lola Vice captain. And now knee drop there from Jade. What the hell is Jade thinking? Baseball bat in hand. Beating the holy hell out of Lola Vice. And Lola with them MMA kicks. Neck slap challenge. Neck snap me there. Now Lola telling Jade to get up. Both these women left absolutely everything in this match. If you've been listening to me yapping and been distracted, I'm sorry. It's been a great match. We've got much more action for you to come. So we'll try and focus a little bit more on the matches. I think I've announced everything I've announced. So just what, in conclusion, Ruthless Aggression, I need to see the Elgato software working. It's been really dodgy. We'll keep going. The current universe mode, there's no problems. The guides, no problems. I'm having serious problems with the PS5 and the Elgato software. So I need to just make sure. I'll try recording some, but I think I've got some pre-recorded that I can just commentate on. So you will get them, but it's just not looking good, brev. I'm hoping that if I update it or something, it'll work, but it keeps freezing like 5 minutes into recording. And Jade going to the top rope now. Lola in trouble. Frog splash from Cargill. Now Lola's going to roll into the corner. Could be about to see the end as Jade going to turn her around. And what's she going for now? Shoulder tackle there to the back. Lola reverses and Lola will... Oh my word. The backhanded spinning roundhouse forearm. Jade could be done, you know. Lola could be about to pick up another W over Jade, which will not go down well. I can tell you already, folks, will not go down well with Jade Cargill. She has been distraught since the loss in that underground match. She has been nothing. She's been focused on nothing but trying to avenge that loss, and now Lola Vice stomped to the arm. Now she's telling Jade to get up. I'm not sure that's the wisest idea. You want to get her in the ambulance. Now Jade reverses, throws her outside, and here comes the free cam work from It Is Jack. Amazing cameraman, if I do say so myself. We tend to use this free cam a lot more now. And an axe handle to Lola Vice. Lola can bear... I don't know how Lola's standing. Oh, no. And now Jade going to throw Vice into the ambulance. I don't think Lola's got anything left, I'll be honest, folks. I feel like all the finishers and the big clubbing blows. She's going to try to close the door now. Lola's going to fight back. Can Jade close the door? One door closed. It's been a hellacious match. We might have expected back and forth, but Jade, is she going to do it? Yes, she does. Oh, my word. And your winner, Jade Cargill. Look at all the blood everywhere. Well, folks, that was part 1 of WWE Clash at the Castle. Part 2 and 3 get very feisty, so make sure you subscribe. And peace.